2015 was a year to remember for Fox 10 News.
We covered several huge stories, including 2 tragedies that could have most likely been prevented.
It was a storm that scared even the most experienced sailors. With winds over 70 miles per hour, several boats capsized, many others severely damaged.
My crewmates were trying to free up the sails and try not to take on water, and you're just hanging on the stay with one hand and holding on to my buddy with the other, cutting the sails.
Officials are still looking for missing people. Much brighter skies returned to Dauphin Island on Sunday, but boaters say the sight of search and rescue crews has been a constant reminder of the tragedy.
Well, I've seen the Coast Guard, you know, and the helicopters and all and everything, and the flotilla, I'm sure they've been out looking, you know, and everything. So there's a lot of people searching.
Many say they will be thinking of the families during this difficult time.
Just our hearts and prayers just go out to those families that are missing people, that are lost.
Main thing is just got to put it in God's hand.
They have lots of prayers going up for them. Yes. I can't imagine what they're going through right now for a loss of a family member, not knowing what the end result's going to be. But just know that lots of people are praying for them.
So that's how it looks right now from across the street here at the Sound. As you can see, still very dense fog. Very little air search was done today because there was only about a 15-minute break in the fog. So it's back to about like it was this morning at 8 o'clock. I'm sure everybody is hoping that this clears up so that searchers can continue those efforts.
Let's take it to Fox 10 News meteorologist Matt Barentine. He's joining us now to break down exactly what the helicopter and crew and then also their searches are having to deal with. Matt, I can tell you won't necessarily have a lot of mist out here right now, but I mean, look behind me. You can see, well, actually you can't really see the bridge that takes you over to the beach.
Yeah, it's a particular type of fog called advection fog. We got some video around earlier today going around to some of our coastal areas. And anywhere where there's water, advection fog can form at this time of year. It's a very particular type of fog. What it needs is it needs cool water near shore, warm water offshore, and that wind blows from the south. From that warm water to the cool water, it cools the air off and it forms fog, very thick fog that is very hard to burn off. Let's go ahead and head on to the graphics here. You can see that here. You got warm water out here over the Gulf, southerly winds blowing to the cool water here near shore, and then that air cools off, get condensation, little water droplets, and that's when the fog forms, and it can be particularly thick and it can really hang around.
Florida after a military Black Hawk helicopter crashes during a training mission. All 11 service members on board are presumed dead. 7 of them are Marines. The others are National Guard members from Louisiana. Fox 10 News is bringing you live team coverage of the training tragedy. My co-anchor Lenice Lagan is live in Navarre. Reporter Hal Sherrick is on the Santa Rosa Sound where the helicopter crashed. And Rudy Harper is live in Hammond, Louisiana, where the 4 National Guard members presumed dead were based. We'll begin in Navarre with the latest on the investigation. Lenice?
All right, hi there, Bob. Yes, we are live here in Navarre, Florida. Heavy fog at this hour. You know, just take a look behind me. You can see the bridge leading into the beach is blanketed with a thick layer of fog. It has actually improved since we've been out here early this afternoon, but still, you know, this gives you an idea of what search and rescue crews are having to deal with. Where 13 of 18 miles is being looked at right now. We understand that the 13 miles is where training facilities normally takes place on the 18 miles of Santa Rosa Island. We got in here at around 1 o'clock this, or excuse me, 2 o'clock this afternoon, and around 3:45 we received a brief update. All they would tell us at that hour is that the aircraft went down sometime last night during a nighttime training mission at Eglin Air Force Base. 11 service members, Bob, as you mentioned, on board. But we're talking about a skilled crew here, a lot of experience serving in Iraq and helping with humanitarian missions after Hurricane Katrina and the BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. Here's what we know about the 11 service members that were on that Black Hawk helicopter when it went down. 7 of them are part of Marine Corps Special Forces based at Camp Lejeune. That's in North Carolina. The other 4 are from Louisiana National Guard based in Hammond. The groups were in the Panhandle taking part in training missions. Now, the area where the helicopter went down is owned by by the U.S. military, and that's been the case since before World War II. A military spokesman says there have been in the area since Sunday. They were scheduled to stay through this Sunday. They were doing what the military calls insertion and extraction missions. So let's go ahead now and take a closer look at the area where the helicopter went down.
Fox 10 News traveled to Selma to commemorate the bravery of civil rights marchers and to celebrate a brighter future.
Good morning and welcome to Fox 10 News' coverage of the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday in Selma, Alabama. I'm Eric Reynolds.
And I'm Sarah Wall. Good morning, everyone, on this Saturday. We are taking a live look in Selma, Alabama. Fox 10 News does have several crews there as we get ready to commemorate this 50th anniversary.
We are live here in Selma for Selma 50 years later, and anybody who is anybody is here right now.
Absolutely right, Bob. Immediately to our right, he's right here. We can see the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Earlier, we saw the Reverend Al Sharpton walking by. We spoke with Governor Robert Bentley as well. A lot of people are here to remember what happened in Selma 50 years later, but also to talk about what work is still yet to be done.
All right, Air Force One is safely at Maxwell Air Force Base now in Montgomery. There we have the President and First Lady Michelle Obama disembarking from the plane along with their daughters.
Here comes some more vehicles across the bridge with their blue lights flashing. Cheers coming up from the crowd. Those are the limos carrying the president and the first family.
We are awaiting President Obama's remarks at the ceremony taking place in downtown Selma. You can see right here, this is a live picture.
That's right, we're very close to the podium right now. In fact, we've seen a couple of members of the first family start to approach the podium.
Yeah, we saw them arrive to the VIP tent, and then we saw them make their way out, specifically Sasha and Malia, the president's daughters. I also saw Attorney General Eric Holder making his way to the podium.
President Barack Obama. We just need to open our eyes and our ears and our hearts to know that this nation's racial history still casts its long shadow upon us.
Selma. 50 years have passed since the historic Civil Rights March over the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Today is a day of celebration.
Fox 10 News is proud to have been there, bringing you live team coverage of the historic 50th anniversary.
Bless the United States of America.
Fox 10 News, committed to you.
We also got a glimpse of what is sure to be a lively race for the White House in 2016.
Sweet home Alabama.
Republican presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson arrived to a warm welcome at the University of South Alabama's Mitchell Center.
It is my hope and it is my dream that the people of our nation will awaken.
Every militant on the face of the earth will understand. If you go and join ISIS, if you wage jihad against America, if you take up arms and attempt to murder innocent Americans, you are signing your death warrant.
That plan is the plan that will yield a far better result than Obamacare's command and control, expensive process that is going to destroy economic activity.
I'm going to keep telling people what my experience is in creating jobs and making sure that our kids are going to have a better future than what we got from our parents.
Fox 10 News meteorologists tracked threats to our viewers and stayed on the air until the danger was past.
The severe storm is moving through downtown Mobile right now. Things have already started to improve, across Interstate 65 and back into West Mobile, and the severe weather threat obviously a lot lower behind this line. This is it. Once this moves through, things will improve behind it. It is right on the edge, the western shores of Mobile Bay, including the mouth of Dog River and down Rangeline Road and down Dauphin Island Parkway to about Fowl River. And then behind it, things are much better. To the north, very intense out near Citronelle, and this is it here. I mean, we showed you on radar that there was a rough-looking thunderstorm coming through Mobile. Look at this from the causeway back towards Mobile at the dark skies as we pan back to the west right now. This severe thunderstorm is very close.
We have a new tornado warning, and this one does include parts of Baldwin County. The Weather Service said that they've issued this one. Another couplet about to come ashore. And it looks like this could be coming ashore just to the south of Orange Beach.
What looks like one of our confirmed tornadoes today touched down in a very, very remote region. However, we've got to go back and look and see, did this really impact anybody or not? Hopefully it stayed over a very, very rural area where there aren't any houses, aren't any homes. But as you can see, we did have a tornado on the ground today in Santa Rosa County. 2 rotation areas still that we're watching. These have produced confirmed tornadoes today. One up above Lillian, the other one up above Inslee. They're moving north and north-northeast at about 40 miles an hour. And so ahead of these, the communities, this one right here is going right for Cantonment. This one right here is tracking in the direction of Chumuckla and Allentown.
When soaking rain and driving winds pounded the Gulf Coast, Fox 10 News was there.
That is a tropical storm force wind right now in Dauphin Island.
Committed to you with team coverage keeping you ahead of the weather.
Be very, very careful. The winds.
Accuracy you can trust to keep you safe. Fox 10 News, committed to you.
In 2015, we introduced Traffic Tracker, which is exclusive to the Mobile market.
Fox 10 Traffic Tracker, on air, online, and on the go. Construction delays, breakdowns, and accident information, all at your fingertips. Watch Fox 10 News, download the app, or track the traffic online. Fox 10 Traffic Tracker, committed to you.
Well, this is a sight that we see almost every day. Traffic congestion. And it's not just Airport Boulevard in Mobile, it's almost every spot along the Gulf Coast. I'm very pleased to introduce to you for the first time on the Gulf Coast, the Fox 10 Traffic Tracker. This interface is in real time. It updates every 30 seconds with everything from road conditions, not just travel conditions, but the actual road conditions themselves. And as we zoom in tighter towards US 45, just north of the Oakley community, I can touch the road and it'll show you near St. Francis Street just how fast it's running. Only 4 miles an hour. This will also tell us where any accidents are across the Gulf Coast. It will tell us where any construction is showing up on the Gulf Coast. All you have to do is look for one of the icons, and you'll see that it shows that there is construction on US 90, and there will be intermittent lane closures as a result of that, and you can expect delays. And these are just some of the features we have available on the Fox 10 Traffic Tracker. We'll bring you more of those in just a few minutes, but right now I want to bring in our general manager here at Fox 10. This is Gary Yoder. Gary, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
Well, I'm going to start with the obvious question. Why did Fox 10 get this traffic system?
Well, traffic is such a huge concern most days in the Mobile, Baldwin County, and Pensacola area. I mean, you use the 110 or the tunnel as an example, you're going to have delays almost on a daily basis.
How do you feel about this type of investment for this station?
Money aside, what an important investment for us to make in our community. I mean, we are committed to this community. And everybody in the morning gets up and goes to work. They take their children to school. They got grocery shopping. They're going to the doctor's office. They're going to sporting events. And at the end of the day, they need to get home. And again, we're thrilled to be a part of it.
Well, Gary, I appreciate you taking the time out to talk with me. Thank you very, very much.
My pleasure.
And as Gary was just talking about, there are a lot of other features this traffic system can do, including letting you know about weather-related accidents on the roads. We can actually show not only traffic conditions, but roadway conditions as well. And you can see that we've seen rain northwest of I-65 at the time we're recording this, and you can see where the roads are wet and where there is a little ponding. We can also do a 3D fly-through. This is an example of from Fairhope all the way to downtown Mobile. Mobile. So through the entire fly-through, you can see where the roads are possibly delayed, how long it'll take you to get there, what the average speed is, whether or not you should take the Bayway or the Causeway, with 3D rendering of both downtown Mobile and downtown Pensacola. This is a look at our Fox 10 traffic tracker. There's going to be much more coming up in the days ahead that I really think you're going to be impressed with. I'm meteorologist Michael White.
Fox 10 News investigated several major stories in 2015, digging deeper than the competition to hold the powerful accountable for our viewers.
The probability of this happening by chance is very, very small. So that means it probably didn't happen by chance. It happened for some other reason. Now, one explanation, of course, is cheating.
I began to uncover that within the first month that I was at J.E. Turner. Basically, there were some red flags.
Yes, that school stood out like a sore thumb.
The State Department website breaks down the data into categories so that you can easily see how one group of students compares to another.
It doesn't surprise me at all, because that's exactly what I began to see when I began to analyze and disaggregate that data when we first received it from the State Department. I began to see those red flags.
This is a financial form here from the Political Action Committee, the Baldwin County Education Coalition, formed earlier this month. And it shows the school system has now spent some $210,000 in taxpayer money on the Build Baldwin Now campaign. Our investigation began when Fox 10 News noticed these voting pledge cards. We asked the Baldwin County Board of Education how much it spent on the flyers. As I continued to press the school board about its use of taxpayer money for the Build Baldwin Now campaign, the board ultimately released this breakdown of expenditures. More than $156,000 was spent to encourage voters to pass the 8 mil property tax increase. I asked school board member Angie Swiger why she felt comfortable approving the use of taxpayer dollars to promote a yes vote when there are some taxpayers in Baldwin County who will vote no.
People who don't have children in the schools benefit from a great school system. Great school systems equal strong economies, strong communities, so everyone benefits whether they have students in the schools or not.
I'm spending more of our money to promote to a vote to increase it is a little ridiculous.
I think it's okay. So it's worth it, in my opinion.
According to police, a bank of monitors is watched 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But Fox 10 News learned that may not be accurate. Over a month, at various times of the night, I discovered 2 employees who appear to be asleep while assigned monitoring duties. This is video I shot from the sidewalk on Wednesday, April 8th at 11:10 p.m. The video shows that an employee appeared to be asleep. The camera monitors are on the right side of the screen, but the employee is laid back in a resting position. That's not the only video of employees seemingly asleep. On April 16th at 12:58 a.m., a minute-long video shows an employee with their eyes apparently closed. And on April 22nd, a Friday night at 11:42 p.m., the cameras went on watch for more than 7 minutes. We spoke with Major Curly Rogers, who leads the Special Operations Unit, which is responsible for the camera system monitoring.
If I'm in the position whereby I'm investigating a person for sleep, I want to be close to that person. I want to hear the phone ringing where there is no action or anything to do that. I want to have a witness.
But the employees in the video who are seemingly asleep while monitoring the cameras are working alone.
It's just showing somebody sleeping.
Yes.
That's a problem.
We also showed the video to Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson.
It's something that should not be done. Zero tolerance for someone sleeping on the job.
With all due respect, I'm glad that I'm able to speak here with you today, but I did ask Nancy if I would be able to speak with Mr. Lindsley, and she said, let me see what I can do, and now I'm sitting here speaking with you. Why can't Mr. Lindsley speak for himself today?
It is our anticipation today that Mr. Lindsley be made available so you and the media can speak with him. Yeah, we have this request by the board's independent panel of 4 people, and we're trying to formulate our responses for them and try to find out the proper timing, because I think we need to give them that information as well.
Lindsley has been under fire after my reports uncovered his close involvement with Harris Corp. When Lindsley was writing the specifications for the contract, he was serving as president for the Harris Wireless Users Board.
And I don't find it improper at all for Mr. Lindsay to be on that board while he was doing what he was doing.
So you don't feel like it's a group that's pushing Harris products?
I'm sure it's not.
You don't think that there's any kind of conflict of interest there?
I don't see it.
Well, I want to say that we would not be here today, and that vote probably would not have happened if we had not had the public on our side. And the only reason we have the public on our side is because of Fox 10's continuous, consistent reporting on this issue.
We love hard news, but we also love hard hits on the field. We were there as champions were crowned on the football field.
And of course, we were there for our viewers with events and programs that showed our commitment to the community.
4 hours, 4 shred trucks at the Fox 10 News Shred event. We're helping you protect your sensitive documents and your identity. Let's get started.
Shredding all day. What you say? All day.
On a Saturday morning, many lined up outside our Fox 10 News studios for one reason: shredding time. We brought the shredding trucks and the excitement, with all of your favorite Fox 10 News talent there to help.
Appreciate you being here.
We made it easy to get rid of your sensitive information safely.
You don't even have to get out or anything. We'll get it for you.
And it was a team effort. Fox 10 News and Gilmore Services working together to keep your identity safe. Whether you needed to clean out the clutter.
It's got some old paper we've been holding for years and years and years. I'm scared, didn't know what to do with it.
So nice to do this, so well we can get rid of stuff that can get us in trouble if we don't get rid of it.
Or save a little cash.
It costs a lot of money to have your paperwork shredded, and that little shredder I have at home cannot handle that stress I have back in the back seat.
We've got you covered.
I just appreciate it so much.
To get your documents shredded so you can know your information is out of your hands, but not in someone else's.
Thanks for coming.
In Mobile, Alexa Knowles, Fox 10 News.
Thank you for making the Fox 10 Shredded event a huge success. Nearly 900 cars passed through, with Gilmore Services shredding 40,000 pounds of your private documents.
I just appreciate it so much. Just want to say thank you.
Thanks to Gilmore Services and you. Fox 10 News, committed to you.
Let's all give a round of applause for the folks cooking this great food.
Share the spirit of the season this Christmas. Fox 10 is partnering with Volunteers of America to help the less fortunate. Go to fox10tv.com to see how you can help. Hundreds of children are smiling this morning because of you. The need goes past the holiday season. It's all year long. We are still collecting toys, food, blankets, spare change because, again, the need doesn't end with the holidays. For example, the spare change we collect goes to help local homeless veterans all year long.
Happy holidays from Sims Middle School National Junior Honor Society.
I'm Sarah Wall with the Fox 10 Surprise Squad, and I wanted to see if it would be okay with you today if we picked up your tab for your groceries.
Sure, always.
Ready? Let's do this. This is a good thing. And then once it's all done, you'll be all set. So how is Christmas going this year so far?
It's sad.
It's sad?
I have so many memories. My husband died right after Christmas, and a long time ago. And I mean, everybody is gone. And I live by myself. But I got neighbors.
You seem kind of emotional. Are you okay?
I am.
Why are you crying?
I'm overwhelmed. It's nice to see good things happen to good people.
Do you recognize her?
She's in here all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So you kind of know her, right?
Yeah, so I was just happy it was her.
I want to thank you.
this will probably be the last year that the grandmother gets to be with the kids. She's got colon cancer. She's in the hospital now. Hopefully we'll get out tomorrow. But, thank you.
You're welcome.
Callie reminds me of you. She's the first time I saw her, I knew she was the lady I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. It's kind of hard. So I ask for your prayers. We know the Lord's going to heal her one way or the other.
You've got him. You've got our prayers. Can I give you a hug? Merry Christmas to y'all.
Thank you.
And please tell her Merry Christmas from us too. What's her name?
Elaine.
Elaine? Okay. We'll have Elaine in our prayers.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas to you and your family too.
I've never had anybody do anything like that for me in my life.
Well, we're happy to do it. Thank you for caring about all these people that come through your store. I think that's pretty special. Merry Christmas. Well, I'm happy that we got a chance to meet you today so that we could learn your story and that we can pray for your wife and for your whole family. Because family's what it's all about.
It is.
And those kids and those grandkids and those great grandkids, that's pretty awesome. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
One more time. Okay. Merry Christmas.
Those are just some of the moments from 2015 that demonstrate what we're about.
Fox 10 News, committed to you.